Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Thursday, the 7th of May. Talks ahead of talks, but still no concrete response from Iran. President Donald Trump claims the US has had good discussions with Tehran over the past 24 hours regarding a proposal to end the war, but he's tight-lipped on any potential deadline. Iran's understood to be reviewing a memorandum of understanding, and CNN's Kevin Liptak says it's clear progress is being made, but slowly.
The two sides continue to pass paper back and forth. It's a one-page proposal, so not many words, not many sentences.
It's also still not clear who's in control of the Strait of Hormuz. The government's being warned we cannot avoid spending on climate resilience. The Climate Change Commission's tabled its assessment in Parliament, highlighting the biggest dangers ahead. It warns water infrastructure will reach an extreme risk level in the next 25 years. Lachlan Rennie has more.
The report highlights more than 500,000 buildings are already exposed to inland flooding, with at least $235 billion on the line. It says funding needs to change, with 97% of government climate hazard spend currently used for clean-up, with only 3% for building resilience.
A 30-year-old man's been charged with 2 counts of murder over a couple's death in Ruatiti in December. A manhunt was launched after Brendan and Trina Cole were found dead at a remote Murumuru Road property near Whanganui National Park. The charged man's appearing in the Whanganui District Court today. Police are still hunting for a shotgun they believe was used at the address and continue to ask anyone with information to come forward. Young people are experiencing increasing mental health distress but still having difficulty finding help. These are some of the key takeaways from the latest biennial Youthline ASB State of the Generation report being revealed in Auckland today. Jordan Dunn is there alongside some leaders in the mental health space.
Mental Health Minister Matt Dusing says the report suggests 41% of young people aren't aware of support organisations, which shows the government has a lot of work to do. He says in some cases these organisations come across as too medical for young people who can't see themselves or their peers using the service.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister says there's more for the government to do around unemployment. The national rates dipped slightly to 5.3% in the first 3 months of the year. Auckland's unemployment rate climbed again to 6.6% and in Bay of Plenty it skyrocketed to 7.1%. Christopher Luxon told Mike Hosking there's some really good stuff in the works which will help. Wet and wild weather's on the way for much of the South Island. More than 500 millimetres of rain is expected to fall on the west coast over the next 30 hours. An orange heavy rain warning's in place for Tasman, Bulla, Westland, the headwaters of Otago and Canterbury lakes and rivers, and Fiordland. To sport. New Zealand Rugby has confirmed Steve Lancaster as the organisation's chief executive. He's been in the interim role for 6 months. Paris Saint-Germain will play Arsenal in the Champions League football decider on May 31 in Budapest after they sealed a 6-5 aggregate semi-final victory over Bayern Munich. And a halves dilemma at the Warriors appears poised to become a problem. A Daily Telegraph report claims Luke Metcalf's management has asked for a meeting with the club to understand their long-term halfback plans. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.